Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Where am I? Good morning. Questions, stickers, throw them in the comment box. You know how it works. Oh, there it is. Put it over here. Oh, there we go. We'll give everybody a couple minutes. What's up, Evie? Let's see if I can see you. Oh, YouTube chat's working. See? I told you it wasn't me. It wasn't a me problem. It was a YouTube problem yesterday. Outstanding. We'll start in like 40 seconds, folks. 40 seconds. What's up, guys? Now, you know, Evie, I shorted NQ and caught a chunk of that, but I got out before 30,000. I thought 30,000 would bounce. It bounced to 100 points, so still would have been a good mean reversion there. I was sleeping, and I didn't leave a bracket in while I slept. I don't sleep well when something's bracketed. I wake up too many times checking it. All right, guys, let's get started. Excuse me. Good morning. Happy Tuesday, June 23rd. Questions, tickers, throw them in the comment box. I'll get to them as soon as I get through my report, because actually I'm here for you guys. And let's get started. Economic calendar today, guys. Just have flash PMI services, manufacturing numbers coming out at 9:45. Yeah, the markets will react, but I don't think it'll be strong in either direction. Wednesday, we have new home sales, but Thursday is the monster PCE. It shows the inflation numbers that the Fed looks at. This movement down could be a front run of the terrible data that is to come. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's look at the oscillators. The NIMO, guys, neutral as all get out. We have plenty of room to the downside and upside. NAMO, neutral. So what we're able to do here, guys, is if you haven't followed long enough or watched my reels, when these oscillators get to, actually, 1 second, let me move my stuff around so I can hope. So let me move this over. All right, so when it gets to these levels, we know mean reversion plays are hot. So we try to pair oversold oscillators with key levels and indices, right? And this would be the NASDAQ. So let's say we get down here and it's at 28,000. We're going to be going long, all right? So that's how that works. It's highly reliable. The VIX is only up to 17 right now. If we sell off hard, it should push into the same levels here. But right now, people are off sides. If we get some negative catalyst, it's bad. People aren't buying protection. So that's when you see hard drops when protection isn't bought. All right, so let's get into what I see in the indices. And yes, the NASDAQ has fallen hard just because, let me move this over. Just because we had somebody ask already. This is off my weekend update, guys. Over a month ago, I predict. What's that say? Predicted top 1 month ago. If you don't believe me, it's recorded. Go look. What's happening? We're topping. And I predicted that when it was running here, way before it got there. But breaking this all-time high anchor VWAP and this gap is an ugly sign. Now, I bought SQQQ. All right. So to short the NAS. So you can buy the ETF SQQQ to short this. I believe if we close below this, we're going to hit that bubble at 28,000. Not in a day, but we're going to do it in a fashion that looks like this. By bounce, a little bit of rebound, and then back down. So I like shorting that all-time high anchored VWAP, and we'll do it in the NQ products. That's one of the things we're going to talk about in my war room, guys. If you're not in my war room, get there. Yeah, Brian, guys, the matrix reads have been straight fire the last 24 hours. Strong trending environments like this, you get paid massively, and you just When you're not in a trend, you shouldn't do any trading, not just with the matrix, but anything, right? It's a known fact that range-based trading is the worst. Matter of fact, can you identify a range, right? So I don't read those. Let's get to looking at some of the instruments and how we're going to trade today. We just had, I don't know if you guys can see this, primary read, paid massively. Didn't pay, but you'd still be in. And you're probably still in this one. So what you're seeing, guys, is after a hard run like this is important to note, right? When you get a hard run and things start to turn, right, or flatten, you're entering a range, right? So this could be exhaustion, and it's resting, what's called known as consolidated rest for a further drop, or it could be bottoming. So we got to get through this with clear direction. I like buying 7,400 for 10 for my team, okay? And then we'll look at a potential short into a primary read off the VWAP, but look at the trend status. Very bearish, and what's been very bearish for a long time, you expect it to cool off or hit exhaustion, up or down. We saw it on the way up, guys. All right, so anyway, the next primary read short is here. We're still within the threshold. I wouldn't take the next primary read short because now you have to identify we are in exhaustion, we're in consolidation, hold fire, wait for the trend to develop. RTY, same thing here. We are hitting, it's all looking the same, right? Boom. And now it's kind of like, whew, I'm tired, boss. All right. I am short 75 here with a stop loss at 3,000, targeting 2,900. Now that won't be my TP. I will trail it down on 10 points in the money. I'm going to go break even. But I do have protection with the VWAP, and then this is the purple line is the FOMOC meeting. So I have some protection, but I do recognize that it's channeling. I've just entered the RTY position on lower leverage and, seeing if I can, foster this trade out. And let's say I'm targeting 75 points, I might get 20, right? So that next primary read short is going to be right around 77. I'm short 75, guys. Let's get over to NQ. Put your questions and tickers in the comment box. I'll get to them here shortly. As soon as I show you what I'm doing. NQ, guys, I shorted this last night and I got paid on this part of the drop. Whoops. On this part of the drop. It exited here. Obviously left a lot of money on the table, but NQ only goes up. And this bounce at 30,000 was decent. It would have paid but man, I did not expect to wake up and see it at this level, honestly. All right, but our next short opportunity, folks, and you can see one thing you want to do. And my matrix users, you get a bonus trading session with me today. We're going to do war room and then we're going to do overtime right there. See how it broke the range and retested it? I created a range so you guys can see it. Because this is how I teach all this stuff. If you want to learn it, reach out to me. Right? Don't DM me in Discord. I won't DM you in Discord. If somebody DMs you in Discord, they're a scammer. It's not me. You can DM me in Instagram. So there you go, guys. All right. Another reason why I shorted this, because it broke the range on that primary read. Does everybody understand this? All right. YM is trying to turn the corner, hit its low, turn it up. I think it's going to hit resistance at this VWAP at 52,000 for our next short opportunity. The next primary read short is right here. If we get a VWAP rejection and turn down, we're going to be set up. We are a bit bullish, right? So we will not take that short and it will not signal against momentum. Other people can try to trade 1 and 5 minute crosses, guys. Can do it all fucking day. But if you're not running the matrix, a lot of those crosses are going to be wrong. Remember that. Remember that. 1 and 5 minute crosses, when other people try to replicate what I do, they're not. You're simply playing crosses. You're not playing my system. All right. Let's get into gold. Guys, I'm really suspicious here at gold. I think it's going to bounce up, right? We did have a primary read short here pre-market. Let's see if it paid. It was here. Close of that candle, 40, Hell yeah, it paid 10 points. Even on that bounce, look at that. Matrix for the win, right? So we could potentially VWAP short, but the thing you have to understand here, guys, this is the underlier hitting 4,100, right? We're in the box here, watch. We're in the box for 4,100. So we're going to monitor that. You have to know how to trade the underlier. And you can see the point spread right now is 18. So we got to subtract 18 points from this to know where the underlier is. Guys, I teach all this. Once you learn it, it's yours, right? Bixen, what is the matrix? That's what you see on my chart right now. It's all these key indicators, the trend status, the proprietary motor that no one has. This thing is epic. This is how I turned 5K into $250,000 in 9 days. I only trade these signals and teach my guys how to use this momentum. And look, that's a primary short. That's a call that says you should short for 10 points, right? Links in my bio. Add it to your charts. It's like having me trade for you. If you guys are on YouTube and use the matrix, let them know. All right. So, and then oil, just price monitoring it, guys. Looks like it's entered a channel between 73 and 74. We're going to keep an eye on that. All right. Let's see. All right. So I exist to be here for you guys. Stuff I do for free. When was the war room first started? 6 years ago. I've been doing this for a long time. Let's get to your questions, folks. What's up, YouTube? Look at that. Brian got funded using the Matrix Gold primary read. Awesome. XAU swinging it from the VWAP if it get tapped. All right. Explain the Matrix. Yeah, I've got guys who have traded with me for 6 years. And guys, why are they still with me? It's because they make a lot of money. You think that they're going to stay with me 6 years, failing time and time again? Those guys that started with me years ago are all my senior traders. I don't want to say how much they make, but it's a lot of money. All right, Instagram. So listen, if you take my 7-day free trial and go, well, you know what, it's not for me. Well, I can't help you. You're not going to be one of my senior success stories. They didn't get it either in 7 days. The 7-day free trial is to see if you like the education level, the system, and the tempo. If the answer is yes, you commit to several months, right? That's how you succeed. It's amazing to me how many people do the 7-day free trial. Like, oh, this war room isn't for me. I don't understand it. Can you imagine walking into a foreign country, staying there for 7 hours and going, well, I don't understand the language. I'm not staying here. Well, and you'll never learn it either, will you? I'm here to help those who are willing to commit. If you're not willing to commit, don't come to my VIP. It's that simple. The people that commit do very well because I don't need to do this. Right. Let's see here. What do you got, Instagram? Yeah, Mr. Ladro explained NAS for you. If you have any other questions, you can hit that, guys. And I have a free Discord. You can go and ask me questions also. I do this live for free. I do free Discord. I'm a free weekend update. And then Fridays at 11 a.m., I'm over at Alpha Beta Report doing an awesome live with Crypto John. What's up, Owen? Yeah, that's good news on the car. Yeah, for Father's Day, my dad had his new car stolen. So I was like, happy Father's Day, Dad. They caught him, State Patrol caught him last night in a pursuit, and they totaled the vehicle in the pursuit. Isn't that great? That's actually good news, because he didn't want it back. Clipper snippers, yes. Nice. Good job at Evie on the trade. All right, first ticker, SMR. Guys, if you got tickers, throw them out there. All right, it's still within the trade plan. That's a New Scale Power Corporation. If markets drop, all these trades will be subject to market dropping, but it's within the buy zone and trade plan. You're targeting that all-time high. Okay, you can see that it is channeling right now too. All right, so we called this buy in around $12. Okay. Pre-market, it's 10, so it's drawn down. Stop loss right below. This is at 884, so you could just be a little bit beneath that if you like the trade and target that all-time high. SMR. See what else you guys have. I'll be back right over to you in a second, YouTube, if you guys get your questions out. Got a few more minutes with you guys. Nice on your take two options, 94% gain. Is there a re-entry opportunity? I used to trade this all the time. So this gap, right? So, it failed the golden cross. Another entry. Watch the bottom of the gap. This bottom of this gap is probably going to be tested. Keep an eye on 227 to 230, right? If this price lifts and holds, you might get the golden cross where the 50 crosses the 200 on TTWO, Take Two Interactive. All right, Instagram. And NQ gold, silver going to keep falling? Probably. But it's in exhaustion right now. If you weren't on weekend paddler, we're in exhaustion. So it's going to channel for a second and make a decision, right, for further downside. So if you day trade, it might lift, right, in a smaller fractal. But in the longer term, I think we're going to drop more. Yeah, thanks, Dave. Go kick some butt. NVIDIA. Let's look at NVIDIA. This was for the all-time high. That is now a resistance zone. That was based around the all-time high. You can see that's the red line. That was the previous. So now we got to change that because it's no longer the all-time high. Oh, all-time high. That was a recent high. Let's grab the all-time high anchored VWAP, which is right there. That's going to come into play. Up, you see it's in that red box, same spot. So it's not going to break that downside support. 200 is a good psychological amount, but about 190. Keep an eye down here. Looks like it's going to sell off. 200 will be support for momentarily. All right, YouTube, what you guys got? I like swinging shorts. I've got a couple short swings in play. Powell, BBAI is looking a bit weak at the moment. Yeah. I mean, you got to understand that the market pressure, remember, first pressure's the market. So if you bought it around that $4 zone, make sure you honor your stop loss. Because if it drops, remember, if you've followed me long enough, I like this lower buy zone down here. Kind of the mid $2 range. If this doesn't hold, you have market structure support right here at $3. So buying 4, stop loss just below 3, honor that stop loss, and buy it lower if it happens. How do I determine bias? If I'm day trading on the hourly 920 cross, come to my my group and I'll explain it all to you. Can you use ADX to identify range? Yeah, ADX is one of the identifiers, or ATR, right? Absolutely. It depends on what fractal you're trading on. Average true range, or the advancers and decline ADX line, right, is like how much the market itself is buying and selling. All right, guys, remember I'm live starting at the top of the hour. So if you're not getting alerts, click the 3 dots and make sure you turn on the alerts that I'm live so you don't miss the first part of the meeting. Also, make sure you like, subscribe and follow Alpha Beta Report. I'll be live there additionally for free with Crypto John for 30 minutes. It's phenomenal on Fridays, 11 a.m. So it's currently 9:19 a.m. So I'll be live on Friday also. So then 2 hours later, I'm live again. I mean, how much free do you guys want, right? The proof is in the pudding. You follow me long enough on free, you're going to say, this guy knows something. I'd like to join his VIP. And guys, that's where the real money's made. Got to go because my VIPs are waiting. I'd love to have you be one. Click the link in my bio and do a 7-day free trial.